Vitamin D is an important vitamin for the human body. The most important function of vitamin D is to help strengthen bones by helping the body absorb calcium. In addition to an infinite source of vitamin D as the sun, it is also found in foods such as fish oil, cod liver, fatty fish, egg yolks, nuts and in milk. When there is a vitamin D deficiency, the bone cells will not receive enough minerals, causing the bones to become soft, fragile or not fully developed. According to the Department of Public Health of Harvard University, USA, an estimated 1 billion people around the world are facing the problem of vitamin D deficiency. Here are the most common manifestations when the body is not supplied enough vitamin D every day. Here are 12 signs that you are vitamin D deficiency. The first, fragile bones. At the age of 30, our body stops making bone. At that time, a deficiency of vitamin D will accelerate the aging process and increase the risk of early osteoporosis. Low bone mineral density is a dangerous sign that calcium and other minerals are not being fully absorbed, as vitamin D plays an important role in calcium absorption and bone-building metabolism. Vitamin D in the body supports the absorption of calcium, helping to maintain the strength of our bones. Vitamin D deficiency causes bone loss. Osteoporosis can lead to the risk of fractures, bone and joint pain. The second, frequent bone injuries. Bone injured by force is also known as fracture or compression fracture. This is the most accurate symptom of vitamin D deficiency. When the amount of vitamin D in the body is lower than 20 mcg per milliliter, you will not absorb enough calcium, making bones weak and more susceptible to injury. At the same time, you also run the risk of bone pain, back pain, and reduced recovery. The third, hair loss. Usually the cause of hair loss comes from psychological stress and a lot of stress in life. But when hair loss becomes severe, it can be a sign of vitamin deficiency. For women, severe hair loss is often the result of a vitamin D deficiency, because this vitamin plays a role in stimulating the formation and growth of new hair roots. Surveys show that the hair loss in women with low vitamin D levels will be much more than those with adequate supplements. In general, vitamins have a great influence on hair growth and promote hair from resting to growing phase. The fourth, sweat a lot. Frequent sweating on the forehead or palms is the first sign of vitamin D deficiency. This is because this vitamin plays an important role in regulating serotonin hormone secretion. When serotonin levels drop, the sweat glands will function abnormally. In addition, a decrease in serotonin levels can also cause the body to fall into a state of depression and anxiety, which is also a cause of abnormal sweating. The fifth, feeling tired often. When the body lacks vitamin D, you will always find yourself in a state of fatigue, lethargy, lack of energy even though you still get enough sleep and moderate activities. At this time, you need to supplement with a sufficient amount of vitamin D to regain strength for the cells in your body. Vitamin D also helps regain muscle control and eliminates the feeling of loss of strength. The sixth, wounds heal slowly. If you feel the speed of recovery of the wounds on the body slows down, this could be a sign of vitamin deficiency D. This vitamin works to control inflammation and aggression against agents damage the immune system, so the absence of vitamin D reduces the body's ability to recover. In addition, people who are deficient in vitamin D face an increased risk of severe infection after an open wound. The seventh, dizziness, lightheadedness. In a symptom study of vitamin D deficiency in women, subjects with blood levels of vitamin D below 20 mg per deciliter and between 21 and 29 mg per deciliter experienced frequent dizziness, lightheadedness than the group with blood vitamin D levels above 30 mg per deciliter. Accompanying this symptom is muscle weakness and osteoporosis. The eighth, muscle pain. Muscle pain is often difficult to determine the cause, but there is a lot of evidence that it is one of the symptoms of vitamin D deficiency. Several new studies suggest a link between vitamin D deficiency and muscle pain. About 71% of people with frequent muscle pain are due to vitamin D deficiency. The current hypothesis is that the cause of this muscle pain comes from the vitamin D receptors on nerve cells. Increasing the amount of vitamin D in the diet or taking supplements can help relieve these pains. The ninth, depression. Depression is one of the little-known signs of vitamin D deficiency. Theoretically, Vitamin D receptors are present everywhere in the body, especially the brain area, and participate in activities in this organ. Many controlled studies have shown vitamin D supplementation to help treat depression, including seasonal depression that occurs during the cold months in some countries. The 10th. Pain in bones and back. Vitamin D plays a role in maintaining bone health by improving the body's ability to absorb calcium. So bone pain, especially lower back pain, can be a warning sign that you're not getting enough of this nutrient. Vitamin D deficiency reduces bone quality, leading to pain. According to statistics, people with vitamin deficiency often have back pain problems with severe pain. Parts affected to a lesser extent are usually the leg bones, ribs, or joints. The 11th. Getting sick often. One of the important benefits of vitamin D is keeping the immune system working properly to fight off pathogens. Many studies have linked a deficiency of the sunshine vitamin with respiratory infections, including colds, bronchitis, and pneumonia. Accordingly, people with low vitamin D levels are more prone to colds and flu. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition published a Japanese study, showing that the group of students who received vitamin D supplements had less flu, in contrast to the group that did not take vitamin D supplements. The 12th. Hypertension and cardiovascular disorders. Hypertension is another sign that indicates you are missing vitamin D. This vitamin contributes to preventing the formation of an enzyme peptide. This enzyme increases blood pressure by causing fluid retention and narrowing of the arteries. So, low levels of vitamin D can cause high blood pressure. Vitamin D deficiency is frequently linked to heart disease. Medical experts believe that low vitamin D levels increase the amount of calcium in the arteries, thereby causing heart problems. The reason is because calcium clogs arteries, leading to heart failure and stroke. The above are typical symptoms of vitamin D deficiency that anyone can experience. If you suspect or notice that you are experiencing any of these symptoms, you should consult your doctor and have your vitamin D blood levels checked. Hope the information in the video will be useful for you on the journey of living a happy, healthy life every day. Please leave a comment if you have any sign above.